Hello and welcome back to Monster's Den, Book of Dread. I'm Wando Bondo, and we're going to continue with this playthrough and see where we left off here. We're looking at this group here, and I've been looking at it, and it looks pretty tough. We've got a lot of problems. We've got the two wraiths that ignore armor. They also stun and cast. And they cast they have a lot of powers that can throw us completely out of whack. They got that curse that's going to really put us in a bad situation. We got the Lich that could put poison on us and could really cause trouble with some of our powers. This skill here, Defiance, is one of the powers we really need to rely on, but it doesn't work when you're poisoned. So we really have to get rid of that Lich, and we have to get rid of those two Wraiths, and if we can do that, then we have a chance to win. I think the chances are about 80% that we're going to win this battle. It looks pretty tough, and on extreme, it's going to be hard to kill everything. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. I am going to put in this poison. I want as much damage as possible. We've also got, I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. And that gives us 8 poison. Let's look at our statistics real quick. We don't have any damage reflection on this character. We've got stun resistance, which really won't help us at all. We've got drain health, which is good and may help us if we're not cursed. If we're cursed, then it will cost us, if we're cursed 30% and we drain health 10%, then that's a negative, and that's going to be really bad situation. It won't help us at all in that case, that drain health, and we don't have any other statistics here for this guy. Lethality, if we get lucky, 1 out of 20 chance this lethality will kick in. No damage reflection here, so the chance of that happening is we might as well ignore it. If it happens, then it's meant to be. If not, we're not counting on it. And here we've got 20% poison resist. This will help us. We've got 25% damage reflection. That will help us if they attack this character. And we've got 8 poison, which will help us. We've got, let's see if we've got anything else. I don't think so. Take the damage reflection is a little bit better than power regeneration. And a little bit of armor. Quickness would be important if we could do something about our quickness. And maybe if we lose the first try, we can go to the store, get a potion of quickness maybe, or something else that can help us to go faster. We are going to be in trouble because of that. Everything is going to go before us, and that's what happens on level 1, so that's just part of the deal. If we fail, we're going to have another chance to heal up and try again. So we can see what happens, what goes wrong, what goes right, and then we'll have another chance. So if I think it's 80% chance to win, and we have 2 chances, theoretically, I think that comes out to, 1 out of 20 that will fail. So if you count the 2 chances, I think we're all set. I think we've got everything that we can get. This guy is going to have his bow. I don't think there's anything else we can do. And we've got the poison. And we do 26 damage. Here we do 27. Here we do 26, but that won't count. 31, depending if we're cursed or not. All right, we're all healed up. Let's fight this battle. The first thing is on the Lich. This is interesting. Well, First thing is that Brick will not be able to take all this damage from the front row. Okay, I had to pause there for a second. Brick will not be able to take all the damage here from the first row. I think it's like 15. I think these all do about 15 a pop, and these two wraiths do not, they ignore armor. The armor that Brick has isn't going to help us at all. So basically Brick's taking 10 damage per hit from everything, and I think even including Black Horace. Black Horace has an attack that attacks everything in the front row. So the more things you put in the front row, the more damage he does quickly. So you really don't want to put more things in the front row, more of your units. You want to keep them in the back row away from Black Horace, so that way he can't kill everyone at once. But Brick will not survive. You figure that's 15, 30, 45. If just one of these back row hits him, that's 55. He's got 50 hit points. So that's a problem. We have to bring somebody else in the front row to share the damage, because we just can't do anything else about it. We need Blaze in the back to kill these two. Those are two one-shots for Blaze, so we don't want to lose Blaze very early. We want to be able to kill these two wraiths. That's our best chance. Brick, now let's look at the damage on Brick here. We got 15, we got 10 for sure, well, probably. That's 25. That's half of his life right there. On Death, we've got maybe 15, and 10 is 25. So we either have 25 and 10 or 25 and 10 right off the top. That leaves 30 more damage back here. This guy will probably throw his poison on everybody, which is probably a good thing in this case. So that might be 0 damage and then 10 and 10. So if Brick gets 25, either 35, 45, we'll heal him. We should be okay. But Ward goes after him, then he takes 3 damage of poison. You know, I mean, he's going to be one more, little bit more health from some kind of endurance or something would have been really good here. So we're going to go ahead and click the button, and we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to see what happens, and then we're going to deal with it after that. And as you can see, we are going last. So that's just the way it is, and we'll see what happens. Right off the top, right on Brick. So they cursed. That's kind of good. That's less damage that we're going to have to deal with. And they're going for Brick. That wasn't too bad. And we got Black Horace. We're definitely going to kill this Wraith right here. And are we we're cursed, but we're not stunned. Sometimes that curse throws a stun on as well. Or Black Horace does a stun too. Maybe the curse doesn't stun. Maybe Black Horace stuns, and I'm not sure. Sometimes I'm not really sure actually. Should know that by now, but I'm not sure. I know Black Horace has a stun. He can throw some kind of power and wail or something like that and stun everybody. Alright, here's if we miss this, we're in big trouble, and we're going to retreat. That's good. See there, he just destroyed us, and there comes the poison. So Brick can't do anything here. We're going to have to heal Brick, and we can't even attack because we are cursed. So this is not really good at all. Nothing we can do about that. But we're looking pretty good in the back row. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Hopefully, well, let's go ahead and pass this guy. We gotta save his mana. And looking, that curse took out, or that Wraith took some of his mana. So we're just gonna save up the mana. We're gonna have to heal him anyways, so that's the next step. Now he's not poisoned. and he's not stunned. Death is going to go ahead and attack this Lich. Because I can't use, I could do Defiance, and maybe that would be the best plan, because that would keep him alive for one more turn for the total. And they could attack him a lot, and they might just throw all of their attacks at that guy at Death. See, now we're not really sure what they're going to do. You might push that button and they might attack. You might push the button and they might do nothing, so we would lose that hit. He's only poisoned. He has nothing to lose. We can do 27 damage to this Lich, which would be helpful. These guys regen. Vampire and the Undead Archer both regen. Staying alive is usually the best thing. Slowing the battle down and staying alive as long as possible is usually the best thing. And we could then throw a heal on him, and that might be really a good idea. Let's try this Defiance, because Death goes after Ward, so I would be able to heal, and he could stay alive for another few rounds, and that might be really critical. Let's try this Defiance. Let's just try it. I don't know. And they're going after Ward, so see, he would have been dead, but and they're going after Blaze. So this is really tricky. Let's kill this Wraith. We need to do this. Yeah, good. We lost. They lost a lot. Now we can Defiance with Brick. He's not poisoned. He definitely will be able to. Of course, if this Lich throws another poison, let's see, 50 out of 100. It took 60, so I'm not sure. But we're gonna do Defiance, definitely. Defiance is the key here. Ward. I need to start healing some things. Death is not cursed, so I think this is a good idea here. We'll heal Death, and we will now start attacking. So, ooh, Blaze, it's not so good. Alright, well, Blaze has a chance here. And we did not get the stun, which hurts a lot. And Blaze is dead. That's really not good at all. But this Lich is dead too, so that helped a lot. We're going to Defiance with Brick again. We need that time. Ward. Okay, we're going to have to heal ourselves. We do not want to die with Ward. And now Death can start in on one of these guys in the back row. Probably maybe this Vampire. I wish Blaze would have got one hit off here and poisoned one of these other guys. Well, Death can always do Defiance now. See, now we can go back and forth with Defiance here, and we should be able to win. So they had to either kill Death or Blaze, and I think we got this, but I'm not totally sure. But we're not dead yet, so Brick will now do, he's Defiant. Okay. Ah, that was bad. They did not know that that was going to happen. Well, we can just do this. And now the question is, do we have enough to kill this? We hit for 23, that's 46, and we do not have enough to kill this guy. And we really need to kill him. Yeah, this is not necessarily good or bad. We didn't put a poison on him. We lost Death. I should have went defensive here with Death. If I would have went defensive with Death, then that would have really, probably at that point right there, that would have helped me. I could have put a heal on somebody, or Not necessarily. I mean, really, this is a very tough battle for this group. Those wraiths, we didn't get anything out of what we had. They attacked just right and killed Blaze, and there was not much we could do. There really wasn't much we could do. If we had put Brick in the front row, I think he would die. It depends who they attack and what they do. But, you know, we may be able to win this. Let's see. This is 30 power. We'll have enough to hit twice, but Brick cannot go Defiant more than one more time, and we will die here. So we just could not get the job done. I definitely should have went Defiant on death for a long time and tried to heal up as quick or as much as possible, save up as much mana as possible, draw some damage away. But I really couldn't. I mean, I've got to deal with this now, and I just can't. You know, this guy will die soon. I've got no more damage reflection. This Lich, that's why the Lich died, it was the damage reflection on Blaze. So we were able to kill the Lich, but it just was too many turns. Really strong group for this. This group is just not, just didn't really pan out for that. And I don't think there's any way to win at this point. We can't bring anyone back to life. We really probably should just retreat. We can't kill the vampire. And they're going to be pounding me. We do have a little bit of damage resistance here. A little bit here, but not that much. We could throw a heal on Brick. Brick could rest. He could have 2 more turns. We would rest here 1 more turn. We'd be right back where we started. If we had one guy poisoned and, you know, if we had this Undead Archer poisoned, maybe we would be, even that would be break even. So it is a really tough battle. This is just a really hard first level for this group. You know, different groups are different ways. If we had 2 mages, it would have been really simple. We would have attacked with our area of effect attack on Black Horace. It would have, with 2 of them, it would have killed both wraiths and damaged the Lich. Then we would have been able to hit the Lich and damage both of these. I mean, there's a lot of options with, you know, to kill these guys, but in this case, I think getting out is probably the best plan, and see what we learned from our misery. This guy's Defiant, so we're at least going to be able to retreat. That Black Horse just rallied up his troops, and that was not so good. So we're going to try again here. Let's see. Black Horse ended up doing a lot of damage to both Death and Brick. We never got, because Death was in the front row. So we're going to try again with Brick, just Brick in the front row. See if he survives turn 1. If he survives turn 1, matter of fact, and we're going to take all the armor off of Ward to get up quicker than this Lich. This Lich goes on 35, I think it is. It has a 35 speed. So we just got to get in front of that with probably both. Well, I'm probably not going to do Death in front of him, but definitely this Ward has to, because he's got to heal Brick before. Yeah, we have to see. Okay, and we're going to go Defiant again, and Ward's out. So we survived the first attempt, and we learned from it. And we're dead. Okay, so that was interesting. I don't think there was anything better we could do. We're definitely going to try to take off some of this to get quickness. So we're going to replace this to get some quickness. Actually, that isn't going to help us. We need 35. So at 25, we've got 35 here, 32 there, 27 there. So this one's the next one. That gets us to 35. Now we can heal, but your damage reduction went down to 13%, which is not good, but it is what it is. Health regen 3 on death. Yeah, there's that 3 health regen. Maybe that's what we want on the cleric. That might really help us. Although, you know, leave it on death. It might help him. So we'll have to see. That power regeneration would help here too. Well, you know, that might have been the better plan. We don't need the resistance of stun. Watch, I mean, look at this. It'll drop 45 armor. Let's see what it drops to. 7%. But now we can put back this other one. 32, 32. So he's back to 12% damage resistance. But we've got one more power regeneration. I think that's going to help us more than anything. Every little bit of power can be the difference. Which gives this guy more chance for armor. He's got 3 health regeneration. I think that's probably better. We need 35 quickness. We can't put anything else on here. And so we're going to have to see what happens. I think this is the best we could do for a second attempt. And either we fail and we have to start over, or we will succeed. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Either Brick dies the first round, which, you know, if we need to put Brick in the front row and we need to have him survive the first round, I think he will, because we're only getting attacked by 4 units now instead of all those other units. And Death won't die, so that's good. We have a lot of chances to have Death stay with us and help us kill things in the back row. So that is the plan. Let's try to maybe double check this. Quickness 35. Okay. Alright, well, let's do this. This is all we got. And we try again. Brick in the front row, Death in the back row, and we just see what happens. It's cursed, that's fine. That's excellent, actually, because that's less damage we're taking, so that gives us more chance to survive, which we did. We survived. Here, we're going to start in on these wraiths. Seeing this one gives us 25 damage, you know, so we might as well fire up this 25 damage and try to do some more extra damage on the side. We don't have anything to lose. Let's see, that killed that. And poison these guys just a pinch. Ooh. Okay, we got in front of Black Horse. That was good, so we did survive. He's full up healed. Now we're poisoned, of course. So this, we might as well just go ahead and pause, because actually, no. Yeah. The question is he going to die? So I got Death working on things over here. Death gets to go. Then the Vampire, the Wrath, then Blaze gets to go. And Horace gets to go. We're basically taking the same amount of damage, except for Blaze is going to take some damage this time. So I think I want to save that mana, because we probably are going to need it to buy ourselves several turns to heal up. And I really don't know if I should waste this Defiance now or if I should save it. It's impossible to tell. Let's count the damage here. 15, 25, and 35, 45, and 3 from poison. Yeah, I think that's he's probably going to try to kill Blaze. I think we should save our mana. I think Blaze is going to die, and I think we're going to have to save our mana. Hopefully Blaze will survive these next 2 attacks. I think it will, right? Because that's 32, that's 15 each at the most, and the poison, I don't know. Actually, she might die. If she dies, we're in trouble because we have to kill that Wraith. We need her to kill that Wraith. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to pass with Brick. I need that extra mana for more turns of Defiance so then I can heal everybody. Let's pass. Death is now going to attack this Lich. We've got to kill the Lich. Alright, Ward took a damage. Wraith attacked Brick. Death took some damage. Okay, we're back to killing this one. Excellent. That was good. And Ward now can heal Brick. Needs a heal for sure. Excellent. I'm glad it can't do poison twice in a row. And now we can go Defiant. Actually, we don't need to go Defiant this time because I don't think that they can kill Brick in one. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, and maybe 50. But this Lich should be dead next time. You know what? Let's just go. Let's go Defiant. I don't want to. We might need it. No, we're going to wait. Actually, we could be stunned. So you know what? Let's. Wow, this is really tough. It's still really, really tough. Okay, I had to take another pause to think about it. And I think the best plan is for Brick just to go ahead and do the Defiance now, and it might cost us, but it just seems like, wow, I still can't tell. You know, yeah, let's go ahead and go Defiant. Let's go ahead and attack with Death on this Lich. We've got to kill this Lich. Yeah, if they both attack Blaze, Blaze would die. Okay, we got lucky here, and we're going to do a Fireball on this Lich, and excellent, that Lich is dead. Ward can go Defiant. We're going to heal ourselves now. We definitely have to do that. Brick can do Defiance again. We've got several turns of Defiance. Actually, now maybe for sure he doesn't have to do that. 37, he takes about 10 and 10. That's 20 and maybe 20 from Black Horace. You know what? It's close. We can probably save it next time. Let's do it again this time. Death can work on this Undead Archer. And let's see what they do. Death's almost dead. Death is dead. Okay, but Blaze now can kill this Undead Archer. Oh, and a miss. That was not so good. Ward has... We know what? We're going to heal this guy right here. This is pretty good. And Brick can do another Defiance. I think we got this. And the vampire's starting to run out of juice, so that's excellent. Alright, here we go. And that's a kill. Now, they're going defensive, and we're going to go defensive. And we can rest with Brick. Vampire's going to attack Blaze, that's fine, right? Because now we just have to work on this back row. We're going to use up all of our juice as possible. Keep poisoning this vampire. And we're going to rest and save up our mana with Ward. Actually, we could probably do a kill here. And Brick has enough for another thing. So that's 45. We do 46. That would give us take 30 power away. You know what? I think just going defensive is the simplest way. Let's just pause. Let's rest. And Brick can do another Defiance, and he won't die for sure this turn. Because he's not poisoned and he's not, whatever. This vampire's not even doing any damage anyway. And I think we got this for sure. Now we have more healing. Brick can rest some more. Vampire attacks, that's fine. Blaze will finish off the vampire. And we got this. Alright, let's rest with Ward. Brick is not poisoned. Let's go ahead and do Defiance. Black Horse, let's start attacking again. We might as well throw down whatever we can on this thing. Yeah, and remember that fireball, don't use it here, it will kill your own dude. Alright, let's go ahead and heal. And Brick can rest. And Blaze will attack. And Ward can rest. And Brick can do Defiance again. And Blaze can attack. And it's over. Okay, that was a very, very tough battle. I think there was some luck involved there, but we did the best that we could, and we prevailed. So it's always good to go in there one time, see what you're up against, see what you're having trouble with, reevaluate your plan. You see, we had to make an adjustment there for to make the quickness. We had to get the quickness above 35, so that way we could heal Brick before the last two attacks. Well, actually the last one attack, which was the poisoner, the Lich, I think it was. We had to get in front of the Lich. Let's go ahead and put our armor back on the Cleric. I'd rather have armor than anything else, I believe. And we've got some kind of bow, which is kind of nice. 5% chance to hit. Love that. Always love that. And extra damage to humans, which probably will come in handy. You never know what's going to be the next deal that we're going to be fighting. I think we're going to go ahead and put that on death for now. If we want to use Execute as one of his skills in the next round, then we're going to need a weapon. We have to have a melee weapon for this. So putting him in the back row with the melee weapon. So anyway, we made it past the first round, and that's really the hardest one. So I think we've got this game. I'm not sure, but I think we do have it. We should be able to win all the way through level 9. Let's see what we got here. 1 strength and 20 armor. Let's see what this upgrade is here. 21 and 8 intellect and 5% 1 intellect and 5% chance to stun. Not really an upgrade. 1 intellect, 1 power regeneration. Can't use that on the cleric. Okay. Drain health is better. That drain health didn't help us in this battle because we're cursed, but I think overall it would help. Generally. Now, when you're cursed, you know, if it's a negative attack, you're going to lose more than you do. Don't do it. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Go defensive. Blaze also has the possibility of taking on a sword. Better if it was with strength, because strength and swords go together. Blaze has the skill with Ensorcelled Blade, and that does a lot of damage if you have a good weapon. It could possibly kill the enemy in one shot, so it depends what your strength is and your damage. Let's just, for fun, see what kind of damage we're talking about. So that's 27. If you hit all 4 times, that's 100. And they have, next level, they're probably going to have 150. So we would need a better weapon than that. So right now the poison stack is going to be good. And that poison did come in handy. That helped us. It helped us a little bit. But when you do area of effect attack with this fireball, then it splits the poison out and you get 1 here, 1 there. I don't think it does the whole amount on each one. It only does on, it splits it up. So 2 on the main, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, or something like that. Okay, we got a little something. Nothing amazing, but it's pretty good. I would have rather had a big fat shield, but hopefully we'll get a shield in this next go round. Let's go ahead and hit the next one and see what we're up against, and then we'll decide what we want to do after that. We're 100% explored and we're 100% cleared. So that's all we can do here. Let's go ahead and go to the next level. And we've got the cults, so that's the humans, I believe, and we got a bow for humans, so that turned out really well. Alright, here we go for endurance. Always go for endurance. We want to survive as long as possible. As you saw in that last battle, survival was the key. So I do that for everyone. Later on in this particular playthrough, since we're trying to kill the corruptor in 1 blow, I may do something a little different later on, but not until level 6 or 7. In general, I would just always continue with endurance. Okay, let's go ahead and explore the map. I will do this so that way if they have a regen item, they will start to regen. So I put on their health right at the beginning. And then I pick their skills later. I don't want to know. I want to know first what I'm up against before I choose my skills. I choose the skills based on the final battle, which we get to see right here. So that's nice. Acolytes aren't too bad. They summon and hit for small amounts and do some other kind of weird healing or something. But when they don't have any extra slots, they can't summon. So that makes them really weak. We've got a neophyte that we want to kill quickly. We've got a guardian. Actually, we want to kill that quickly as well, because that will stun us. And so I'm not sure how that's going to go. We got 2 protectors. That's not too bad. Once they run out of mana, then that can... Once they run out of power, then they start to slow down a little bit. So we'll see what we can do about them. We'll probably take death, put the execute on him if he gets an accuracy weapon. Yeah, on the neophyte, you get 1 turn while it changes, so that's kind of nice. Executing the guardian, let the neophyte change, and then try to kill the neophyte maybe. Actually, the best plan probably would be for Blaze to stun the neophyte with some poison on, and that would keep it from changing, and it would be a lot easier to kill. So if we execute the guardian turn 1 with death, and we keep the neophyte stunned, then Brick will actually be able to kill the neophyte and then go defensive if needed, and Ward can have time to throw down some blinding, which will help us a lot. That will basically negate 1 of the back row. 1/3 of them will miss, so that's basically like an insta-kill to the back row. That's a good plan. I think that's probably the plan we're going to go with. I'll think about that a little bit more, and we'll go from there. Let's see what we get. That will help us determine our plan more. And we've got another store portal, so that's good. We might actually go to the store this time. I try not to use it on level 1. If you use it on level 1, then you're I'd rather start over the game than to waste my portal scroll on level 1. Like, I try to get through level 1 without using anything, especially with a strong group like this. Anytime you have a warrior and a cleric, that's a really strong core, and you can throw anything else with them and have that basic technique of defiance and healing. and you can go back and forth with that, and usually you should be able to survive almost anything. And this time we have 3 chances because we can go back 1 time and rest, and we have 2 more shrines, theoretically. Not all the time, you never know what you're going to get shrine-wise, but usually you get more shrines. Alright, take this loot. And we'll just... These are some easy battles. We'll just keep looking. If there's a regen, though, I would like to put that on right away. That's the power regen. Okay, here's more armor. That's definitely going to be an upgrade here. Put it on this. This one is a little bit better, and death can take these reinforced plate gauntlets. We've got another piece of armor with more health regeneration. That is excellent. We will definitely put that on brick. That health regeneration really comes in handy. I think it's really good. If you stack it up on one guy, that's one guy that, and with the regeneration and the drain health, that's going to be a lot of damage and a lot of healing that can be done. Since we don't have a shield yet, we're gonna put this on Ward, but I'd rather have a shield. He's gonna go last anyways. I mean, look at his quickness, but I want him survivability. He's got 23 damage reduction. I'd like that. Here's +4 quickness. Probably should start working on quickness with one of these guys. 6 armor, that would, no, he's already got armor and the drain health. Yeah, this is not so good. Let's, if it bumps anyone up over some threshold, you know, you got to go by 5s. So it really doesn't do anything for anyone. Maybe Ward, that'd be 24. I don't know, we'll have to play with that when the time comes. We'll see what happens. And that's it for that. Now we'll see what else we get as we look and search. We've already searched there, okay. And that's a dead end. And a blue one. That's good. I have to think if that's... I don't think that there's any... you know, I'm not sure what it's going to do, so... You know, I believe it's been a long time since I played, and I don't remember if you can tell the difference between all the different shrines and what they do. So I'm going to have to look at that before I hit the shrine. But we don't have to use it. Oh, mundane becomes extraordinary. No, this is the one that changes an item. Temporary becomes permanent is your potions, which I'd have rather gotten that. Mundane becomes extraordinary is where an ordinary weapon is turned into a purple weapon, or an ordinary item is turned into a purple item. And we're definitely not going to use that yet. We're going to wait till the end of the round, and we'll probably use that last, see what we have, and decide what the best object we want. If we get an ordinary shield, I would definitely like to have an extraordinary shield. And a lot of times I go by the money, so the most expensive item I want to get. And we'll see what we have as options. We don't know what we have as options yet, so we're not going to use this yet. But we've got this spear. That could be really awesome to have a really powerful spear. Not gloves. Not gloves. We'll definitely get rid of those before we try that altar. And I don't know what else we have. This one, not a sensor. I would definitely get rid of that. These gauntlets might be good because then you can get a gauntlets that have accuracy. That's really good. So it's possible. I don't know what all the options are there. And there's nothing here. Threadbare is not an ordinary item. It's a rotten item. And it will not transform. You need one of these that's white, not gray. So that's going to be something fun. Let's just go here. I'm not going to go down yet. That way we can make sure we're 100% explored. I always love to see these blue ones, but that gives us only two chances now to kill the Enlightened, and that means that it's one less chance, but I would definitely rather have a blue shrine. I love these blue shrines. That's always extra, and usually I have an extra. By level 2, usually it's pretty easy to win, so I'd rather have blue shrines. I'd rather have 2 blue shrines, actually. Let's keep searching, see what else we will discover. Okay. Well, let's take a look at some of these. We've already been down here. Alright, well, all these battles look pretty easy. I mean, these are not going to be too hard. This one can be a little tough because we have to fight through when the acolytes start bringing units on board with their summoning. It gets a little tough. But there's only one slot to summon in, so we can focus on the neophytes. They're going to summon, we're going to get hit, we're going to lose accuracy, so they blind you, and that it makes it really tedious, but it's not so dangerous when you have a warrior, and hopefully we'll get a shield. We still haven't got a shield, and that always hurts, and that happens. And you see how hard it was on the last battle without a shield. It really takes a lot of... It's a little bit harder because you just take more damage. But Brick was able to survive that last battle. When we put 2 in the front row, it really didn't work. I'm telling you, putting just 1 in the front row on that against Horace, that dark Horace guy, because he just slaughters your front row. If your front row ever dies, you just get out. You're going to die. So if he starts into the back rank, you're done. Alright, I don't think there's anything else we can do on this until we start fighting. We'll have to determine our skills. You know, until we know if we get a shield, we don't know if shield wall is good. We don't know if execute's going to be good. They also stun you, so yeah, we really have to be careful there. I think usually I pick adrenaline on this one for my front row tank because I want to make sure that he's not going to be stunned. Once he's unstunned, see, in here we have a stun, so we're going to fight some little battles, and that way we can get some gear, hopefully get some better weapons. That's the only one that has a decent weapon, but even that's a level 1 bow. It only does 28 damage, a little extra to humans, and plus 5% chance to hit. It really is almost like it's only a shield would have been good. This thing instantly, by level 2, the change from level 1 to 2 is so much that these things are just worthless, and the same thing changed from 2 to 3, 3 to 4. After that, it starts to get less of a change. 4 to 5, you don't notice it as much, and so forth and so on. The weapons and armor and things hold up a few more levels. They're not so outdated so quickly. Okay, well, we made it through that. I think we're going to cut it right here. I hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be back to work on level 2 next time. Be well.